All right, let's dive into the story of a legendary 17th century warrior king. This isn't just about a guy who built an empire. We're talking about someone who forged an entire identity. His name, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And you'll see his legacy is still a huge deal in India today, so let's get right into it.
Okay, picture this. Every single year on February 19th, the entire state of Maharashtra just comes alive. It's a huge celebration, a public holiday called Shivaji. You've got these incredible, vibrant processions, just this overwhelming sense of pride everywhere. So you have to ask, right? Who is this man at the heart of it all? Well, that's what we're here to find out.
All right, so to really get who this king was, we've got to go back in time. We need to look at the world he grew up in. Think strategic forts, constant political drama. This was the stage where the groundwork for a brand new kingdom was about to be laid.
So here are the key moments, the highlights of his life. He was born in 1630 at Shivaji Fort. Fast forward to 1674, and this is the big one, his coronation as chhatrapati. Now that title basically means sovereign emperor. It was a huge statement, a declaration of an independent Maratha kingdom. And even though he passed away just 6 years later in 1680, what he accomplished in those 50 years, wow. It set a legacy in motion that would literally last for centuries.
So where did he come from? Well, Shivaji's roots were in the super influential Bhonsle family. His mother, Jijabai, was a massive influence on him, and his father, Shahji was a top general in the Bijapur Sultanate. So you can imagine, Shivaji grew up completely surrounded by military strategy and all the drama of court politics. But here's the thing, he wasn't happy just playing a part in the system. No way. He was dead set on building something entirely new.
Okay, so we've established he was a brilliant military mind, right? But that's not the whole story. What really made him different was his vision for how to actually run a kingdom. Let's dig into how he created this incredibly modern administration for his era.
At the very heart of his kingdom was an idea that was honestly pretty radical for the time. He wanted a state that was built on efficiency and, get this, merit. He created this super-structured, progressive administration. See, for him, it wasn't just about winning on the battlefield. It was about building a system that would actually work for his people and, just as importantly, last long after he was gone.
So let's break down the pillars of his rule, the things that made it all work. First up, he built a professional, super disciplined army and backed it up with a really well-organized administration. On the military front, he was a total innovator. He pioneered these guerrilla tactics, sometimes are called Shiv Sutra, that use speed, surprise, and the land itself to outsmart much bigger armies. Culturally, he kind of looked backward to move forward. He revived ancient Hindu political traditions to shape his court. And this last one is so important. He championed local languages. He made Marathi and Sanskrit the official languages for his government, which was a huge change from Persian, which was used in most other courts at the time.
Which, brings us to a really big question. Why are we still talking about him? Why is Shivaji still such a powerful resonant figure centuries later? Well, the answer is all about how his life story went from being just history to becoming this incredibly powerful national symbol.
Okay, so fast forward a couple of centuries. The Indian independence movement is starting to really pick up steam. And the leaders of this movement, they're looking for heroes from the past, right? They need historical figures who represent pride, strength, and especially resistance to foreign rule. And who do they find? The perfect symbol, Shivaji Maharaj. Here was a ruler who had actually done it, who had successfully built his own independent kingdom. He became an absolute icon for a new generation fighting for its freedom.
And this is the moment the modern celebration we know today really kicks off. A freedom fighter named Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he saw the incredible potential in Shivaji's story. So he's the one who took the king's birth anniversary and turned it into this huge public festival. And he had a very clear goal in mind. He wanted to use the legacy of this amazing Maratha king to light a fire, a spirit of nationalism all across India. Suddenly, a simple historical anniversary became a powerful political and cultural movement, just like that.
So you can see how his legacy lives on, right? It's there in military strategy, in ideas about good government, and in this incredible sense of cultural pride, which really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Here we are, in the 21st century. What does the story of a 17th century king, a king who is all about self-rule and local identity, what does that story really mean for the India of today? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me.